fuck is up, Internet? I'm that dude Swainzilla. I'm in the man cave, and this is crazy ass news. The whole idea behind this series is I scour the internet for recent, crazy, non-political news stories that I don't know anything about. I pick articles based solely on their headline. I read through them while talking shit the whole time. So let's get after that thing. Thai man completely amputates own penis with scissors during cannabis-fuelled psychotic episode. I picked this article I saw earlier today, and I was like, clearly this is not true. So I'm reading this article because I want to... it can't possibly be true. But I will, if somehow this article proves that this man cut off his penis because of he was smoking weed, then I'll have to accept it and I'll have to take precautions. But it had to be a combination of things. But anyway, so I googled this story. Man smokes weed and cuts off his penis. And there's a lot of stories ranging through a lot of years. Cuts off his penis. This is like this story. This is 2 days ago. Guy cut off his penis. You're talking about smoking skunk caused my son to cut off his penis in 2017. 2021. Like, there's an epidemic of dudes cutting off their dick after smoking weed for some reason. I mean, this has got to be like a wives' tale, right? This is 3 months later. He smoked. Okay, this is 2 days ago, 7 hours ago. Okay, but there's like a lot of them, I feel like, and they're 2017. Man smokes a joint, cuts off his penis, stabs his mom. Like, that sounds like some fucking Reefer Madness type shit. But anyway, so let's get into this story, and something's fucked. Alright, so finally getting into the article here. A Thai man suffering a cannabis-fueled psychotic episode completely amputated his own penis with a pair of scissors, doctor says. He cut his dick off with a pair of scissors. The 23-year-old excuse me. I'm a little tongue-tied right now. This is insane. The 23-year-old's amputated penis was deemed too dirty and fragile for reconstruction. Oh my god, this poor kid, 23 years old, dude. Leaving him with a penile stump and requiring surgery to allow him to urinate. Oh my god, dude. This can't be right. Doctors from Chiang Mai University's Department of Emergency Medicine wrote in the Journal of Medical Case Reports. They said that while there had been around 100 cases of male genital self-mutilations from psychotic disorders of substance-induced psychosis over the past 2 decades, amputation of the penis during cannabis-induced psychosis has rarely been reported. 100 cases. This is in this area, or is this just the Department of Emergency Medicine wrote in the Journal of Medical Case Report? So is this like worldwide? 100 cases seems pretty high for like a single area. It has to be worldwide. But yeah, nobody's really cutting their dick off when they're smoking weed. I wonder what the fuck happened with this kid? 23 scissors, dude? Ooh, bro. They said that while he had been... we already read that. In this case report, we highlight a psychotic condition induced by recreational cannabis use, leading to penile self-amputation in a different manner, they wrote. The Thai man who denied any previous self-harm or psychotic issues had smoked cannabis for 2 years previously and had stopped for 3 months at the time of the incident. So he was on a tolerance break. He was at a tolerance break and then got his hands on something crazy. After smoking 2 bongs. Oh, Jesus Christ. 2 bongs? So he smoked 2 bowls in his bong, or about 2 grams of cannabis. He developed an erection without sexual stimulation, felt a severe, persistent, sharp pain in his penis, and reported that the glands looked distorted. What the fuck? What? Intending to eradicate the pain, he decided to trim the penile skin several times and completely amputated his penis himself using scissors, they wrote. He reported awareness throughout the process. Dude, what? I love this picture. Look at the bong. The dude's got... After 2 hours, the bleeding had not stopped, and the man was brought to the hospital. Wait, he was bleeding... You can cut your dick off and bleed for 2 hours without dying? Isn't that like... Don't they call it the main vein? What? And the man was brought to hospital. There was active bleeding at the penile base and a 5 centimeter laceration wound at the scrotum. Oh my god, dude, he cut into his balls too? The remaining penile stump was 2 centimeters in length with loss of the whole penis skin. The amputated distal part of the penis was contaminated with ants? What? What, dude? Is this real? Contaminated with ants and had fragile dorsal veins. A urologist was consulted for surgical intervention, and the distal penis was deemed too dirty and fragile for reconstruction. How did the ants get on your dick, dude? What the fuck? 2 hours? You cut off your dick, and then within 2 hours you had ants all over the place? What? What is going on? What kind of weed was this? What the fuck? Jesus. The patient was transferred to the operating theater for emergency surgery, they wrote. Bleeding was controlled. The penile stump irrigated and debrided, whatever that is, and scrotal urethrostomy was performed. He was admitted to the surgical ward. A psychiatrist diagnosed the patient with substance-induced psychotic disorder. The man reported visual and auditory hallucinations, such as seeing moving shadows, hearing birds chirping, or insects buzzing, depressed mood, and restricted affect, but was coherent and delusional with no He was coherent and delusional? With no suicidal ideas. No suicidal ideas? They've got a picture of scissors, dude. Are these the ones we used? The same kind? What the fuck? Dude, cutting your dick off, you gotta... You think... I would assume you would die. I would assume you'd die from cutting your dick off. What was the rest of this? Oh, okay, here. After 2 weeks, he was able to urinate in a sitting position. How did he get rid of his piss for 2 weeks? If he... What happened? Oh, jeez. Probably colostomy bag or something. He was able to urinate in a sitting position. Dude, his cut-off dick worked enough to... Oh my god, could you imagine? Having to learn how to sit to aim a fucking penile stump? What the fuck? This fucking guy. A second stage penoplasty was planned, but the man was unable for follow-up treatment as he relocated. Wow, man. Self-amputation of the penis due to cannabis-induced psychosis is in our patient is a devastating event that interferes with the quality of life. Yeah, dude, like, Jesus Christ. Such a urination dysfunction or sexual function, the doctor wrote. Although psychosis as a manifestation of cannabis users, the method of self-amputation of the penis, and cannabis-induced psychosis varies, Khan et al. Reported a case of self-amputation of the penis in a patient with cannabis-induced psychosis. Say that, dude, that's hard to say. Whose penis was chopped off by a sharp object. On the other hand, in our patient, the penile skin was trimmed several times and then completely amputated using scissors. Several times of, yeah, like that dude, the other guy just chopped it off. This dude's like fucking with it. Like, what the fuck? It can't be just weed, dude. There was something else going on there. This guy was just nuts. They noted that over time, the concentration of the THC in legal cannabis has increased from less than 4% to more than 12%, increasing the risk of psychosis. Last week, Thailand became the first country in Asia to decriminalize marijuana, although authorities have left a gray area around this recreational use. Okay, so I feel like, dude, there's no way it's just weed. Like, this sounds like some angel dust type shit, or bath salts, or some crazy shit like that. There's no way you're... Even maybe the guy that chopped it off, but like to fucking sit there and cut into it and shit like that, there's no way. I don't think that they proved. I mean, there's a fucking million other articles I could go through. I mean, I guess it's a thing. I guess. All right, so this is I'll split the difference. I don't believe that this is true, but in case it is, please be aware that if while stoned you have feelings or urges to cut into your genitals, take a moment, take a deep breath, and remember watching this video, and remember that me, the guy on the camera looking at you right now, is warning you. You could lose your genitals for the rest of your life. This poor guy has got to learn how to adjust his hips in order to make sure he doesn't piss all over his bathroom for the rest of his life because he fucking did something. And and cracked. And cracked. Times are tough, I get it. And people are snapping left and right. Like, it's a tough time to be alive, but just be safe. Just take a deep breath. In any situation where you feel like you need to harm yourself, just take a moment and try to understand why you feel like you need to do that. Because something needs attention. Something needs to be resolved. But anyway, I didn't mean to end on that kind of a note. I mean, it's not like this is a happy story or even really a funny story. This poor fucker cut off his dick. It's sad. Anyway, later.